Hello everyone, good day. I would like to formally introduce myself before I begin the lesson. My name is Sir Ced, and together with me is Sir Philip. We are your course instructors for the course Introduction to Psychology. So again, welcome to the course. So let's begin the lesson by going back on the philosophical roots of the study of psychology. Okay, so psychology is the scientific study of the mind and behavior. So, psychologists are actively involved in studying and understanding mental processes, brain functions, and the behavior. So, it comes from the Greek word, okay, psyche, which means the breath, spirit, or the soul, and logia, which means the study of. So, it is the study of the human mind, breath, spirit, or soul. So, the course or the field of psychology is evolved from the ancient studies of philosophy and biology. So as you can see, no, just to take note lang, psychology is still a young course. No, it's still a young course during this time. No, hindi pa siya masyadong very complex unlike other fields like philosophy. No, so it's still a young course, and psychology literally means the study of the soul, and as a science, it may be understood as the study of the mind and behavior. So I hope that is clear. No? So also just to take note, psychology is the scientific study of how people behave, think, and feel. That is the general definition of the field of psychology. Psychologists study everything about the human experience, from the basic workings of the human brain to consciousness, no, to memory, reasoning, and language, to personality, and to mental health. So, as you can see here, this is the symbol, the Greek alphabet of psyche or psychology. This is used as the symbol for psychology as a field of study. So, the psyche here means mind or soul. So, as what you can see, it's like a wave sign, no? In biological term, it is a symbol used to represent water potential, no? And in astrology, it is a symbol that represents Neptune. Okay, so let's go to the philosophical roots. In philosophy, soul is not only limited to humans but also with animals. Okay, so ang soul daw, it's not only for the human person, it also even animals, no, and even plants has soul. No, as cited in the concept of soul according to Aristotle and further philosophized by Saint Thomas Aquinas, they both emphasize that there are three types of soul. These are the vegetative, mobility, and rational soul. So I will explain no further what are the characteristics of these types of soul. So vegetative for plants, no, it's like for wherein the characteristic domain is for vegetation. Okay. For animals naman is vegetative and mobility. So vegetation plus the ability to move, no, is given as the characteristic for animals. And all of these three are given to the humans, or all of the characteristics of the soul, vegetative, mobility, and rational, no, are given to the humans. So the rational function is what made the humans distinct from animals and plants, no? So, yun yung characteristic nila. So, there are really clear differences between the Western and Eastern ideologies in terms of how they view, no, psychology. No, there are researches that are quite different if you will look back or go back to the roots of psychology. So, in the ancient period, no, I believe it was Socrates who believed that dualism, no, that every living thing here on the planet is dualistic in nature, wherein it has body and soul, both body and soul. During the medieval period, no, it was the field of psychology what was turned to focus more into as a religious belief, no? And on the Renaissance period, psychology became already as a science, no? Naging science na siya. On the modern period, no, this is the event of the birth of psychology, wherein an official scientific study na yung psychology. Okay? So, moving forward, so psychology as a science, no, it means that the soul be identified as the mind, no? Kaya it is no longer, so it's not really no longer, but it turned out to become the study of the human mind, no? In replacement of the soul, no? This governs our actions, the behavior, and interactions. So, mind can be conceptualized in the physical context of the brain as the part of the human anatomy. So, it's more focused on the neurological aspect, okay, of the body, wherein it controls all the system, all the functions of our organs or whatnot, no? Therefore, brain is the command center that dictates one how to act, react, behave, and interact with each other. So there is really a neurological basis of how we think, feel, and behave, no? These emotions we have are connected to those different kinds of neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, endorphins, and so on. So, as a science, psychology strictly follows the scientific methods to provide description in observation, experimentation, and research. So, the study of psychology has really is a study that has empirical evidences, no? It is a study that needed to be observed, no? That on which needed to be more focused on, no? To be compared on different cultures. Okay. So, in biological concepts, no, discuss the components of the brain. Okay, this focuses more on the different systems, all right, the different functions of the brain, like we have cerebrum, brainstem, that functions to govern the physiological processes. Like there are different parts of the brain that function for hearing, function for our breathing, for our respiration, no? Those systems or parts of the brain are responsible to the functions of our organs, all right? And they maintain the balance of our body that helps us and keeps us to survive. The signals from the brain, which is transported to the specific part of the body to stimulate action and reaction to a certain situation. So this is more emphasized into the nervous system part of the body. So the relevance of this nervous system in determining the functions can really affect behaviors, no? It has really a big impact on how a person behaves, no? What causes mental illnesses, no? So organs, nervous system, no, the body, the parts, especially the brain, has a very big impact on how the person behave or why the person behaves that way or what causes a specific disorder. Okay, so that is the end of my discussion. I just covered the basics. No, I hope you've learned something in our course. No, I am encouraging you to do further readings. No, there are references that on which we have given. No, you might also read those books, those references, and you might also try to watch videos, YouTube videos. No, in pertains uh, to the subject psychology. And that's the end of my lesson. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.